I don't.
Okay, and then also, sorry, this is kind of out of left field, so sorry to ask you on a Game 7 day, but was curious what you think the value is, what you gain out of those table chats after practice, when you walk over and Heat lifers with a wealth of knowledge, Alonzo, Pat, Nick, Mickey are there. What do you gain out of that experience every day?
I mean, come on, Barry, like it goes without saying. Those ones we're just BS.
Oh, okay. So it's not any exchange of ideas or anything at all. It's just
no. But Pat and I talk all the time. You know, and it's not like probably as people would imagine. I'm not like sitting at a desk like taking notes. It's like we're texting back and forth, calling, FaceTiming, bumping into each other in the hallway. Like it's just constant dialogue. They're not like skull sessions with a you know, watching video and whiteboard. It's you know, but I love those moments in between. I love it on the road. Like we just hang out in my suite sometimes with a bottle of wine and just kind of BS. Kind of need some of that during the playoffs and not just always be talking about, all right, what's the scheme on this and what play are we running. You'd be shocked how little Pat and I talk about that kind of stuff.
What will you do between now and when you have to come back?
I told the guys when we brought it in, I'm like, good luck trying to take a nap. I bet you Kyle, Tuck, Jimmy, these guys are such seasoned veterans, they probably got the lunch and just like everybody else, good luck.
So, two things. I didn't take Pat as a FaceTime guy. You mentioned Pat, but Jimmy mentioned after the game that Dwayne Wade had, you know, texted him and called him with words of encouragement. Aside from Pat, obviously, is there anyone out there that kind of reaches out to you?
Dwayne, CB, for sure. Yeah. I think the way Jimmy described it too about Dwayne, it was so perfect. You know, Dwayne just knows when. He's not pestering you all the time. With me, it might, we exchange texts, you know, maybe every few weeks, but it's always at the right time and it's the right message. He has an incredible feel for that. And then, you know, CB always reaches out, you know, just with words of encouragement. Dwayne sent a bottle of his Wade wine. I sent a note back saying I wanted the top shelf stuff, not the stuff that's like everybody gets. So still waiting on that.
Erik, how big of a thing can adjustments be going into Game 7, or do you usually just kind of lean in on what's worked best so far?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you are who you are. I mean, I think I mentioned it yesterday. I mean, there'll be some small adjustments probably on either side. Competition, the level of that is bringing out, you know, some adjustments, but it's really just going to come down to who you are, what are your habits, what's your trust level, can you get to that in these moments of truth, and can you do that more than they can do that to their, you know, identity. And then through all that, you just want to enjoy this. As competitors, you just want to absolutely embrace this opportunity to be able to play in a game like this. You know, that's what it's about. You're not thinking about anything but just the sheer competition of it.
All right. Dwayne sent the wine and that was before Game 6 or before?
No, Dwayne sent it, I think maybe at the beginning of the playoffs, or maybe during the first round. I said we might need some of this on. Dwayne used to like come back and you know, bring a bottle of wine and hang out for, you know, his last couple of years. Definitely not the first few years.
But have you heard from anybody before this? There's everyone kind of just quiet and letting you be before this game?
Yeah, it's pretty quiet, but also, you know, to be quite frank, like, I apologize to anybody out there if you're not like part of my immediate family. I'm just not even returning texts or calls to anybody right now. All right, cool.
I was wondering why I didn't hear from you. So.